Hey y'all, I'm Shayna and I'm back with another review. This is for Ready to Love Season 8. Y'all know I say 9 because of that resort season. You already know. Episode 7, Meet the Exes. Let's go ahead and get into it. If you're new here or if you're not, definitely would love to have you. Thank you if you've been here and you subscribe. I certainly appreciate you trying to grow the channel. Y'all already know. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe, do all the things. So that way we can help this channel grow together, okay? All right, so this week the gentlemen have the power to eliminate. Tommy tells them that the ladies have to meet their exes, and I cannot believe we're already here. Like, it feels like the season just started last week and we already meeting the exes. But let's go ahead and get into it. So Marier introduces his ex Jessica. That was not the baby mama that was on TikTok. I'm gonna just say that right now. That was not his baby mama. Okay, this is another ex. From what year? Who knows? So Jessica meets Jessica X first, and then Janelle came. Jessica X says she's 41 and being a cougar was new to her, so she struggled with that initially because of the age difference she has with him. Jessica X mentioned his healthy sexual appetite, and the ladies were very uncomfortable, understandably so, because I too would not really want to talk about it with his ex, but he's the one that kind of put it out there for his ex to ask the questions. Like, this is a conversation he should have been bold enough to have with them another time. Like, this is not the time or the place. And then all these J's. Ooh, child. Jessica X. Um, she wanted to bust out tarot cards, but Janelle immediately shuts it down. No, no way, not a chance. I am not into that. Okay, I just want to hear about my Lord and Savior, and that's it. She said she needs someone who's religious, not spiritual. Jessica agrees. She's like, I'm not into it either. I don't know if she would have been more open to hearing about it though if Janelle wasn't there. I don't know. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. I'm open to learning about spirituality. I don't mind hearing about it, numerology, all the things. I'm going to the mosque, all that stuff. Honey, I still go to church every Sunday though. But I feel like, there's nothing wrong with being open to hearing about other people's points of views and not being completely closed minded and shutting it down completely. The tarot cards, you don't just spring that on nobody. You got to make sure people are comfortable with that stuff, okay? So, Mariera regrets not being honest about his views with his spirituality, whatever that may be, because we didn't get clarity on it. I just want to put that out there. And why weren't you honest about it? What are you talking to these ladies about? If it's so important to you, why are they just now hearing about it from your ex? No, you do not put people on the spot. That is a huge concern for me because if that's important to you, you shouldn't hide it, in my opinion. So, Janelle and Lee are meeting with Quentin's ex, Bree. And Bree is black, y'all, just to clear the air, okay? She's black. I don't know if it was a dress. I think it was a dress. Something about Janelle's dress was giving auntie. It just gave it a little auntie feel. And I said that on the panel. If y'all missed the Ready to Love panel with my fellow panelists, Belle Perspective, the Movie Man, and Miss Kira Speaks, check it out. We were over on Kira's channel tonight and this coming Friday. This whatever this Friday is that's coming up, we'll be back at my house. We'll be on my channel, so be sure to check us out, okay? I'll be sure to put it in the community tab. Now back to this. So Chris 1.0 is also having a date. So you know how they like to do. They like to go back and forth between the two. I should have separated it. I didn't. Y'all just gonna have to follow me, okay? So Chris 1.0, who's the only Chris still left standing at this moment, is introducing Aries and Jessica to meet his ex Valerie. Just came in. She was positive, but she was like, give me a hug, and and that's kind of how I am. So I didn't think she was being like rough or hard or whatever. Like when she walked in, I feel like she was being polite and friendly and all that. But Val was like, she didn't see it for her. Chris says that Jessica was loud, and he just needs to come with grips about the fact that he just don't like her. He don't like her. Her personality clashes with his, and that's okay. I don't see why she was here. I thought we established this last week. So back to Bree. Bree asks about a physical connection between Q and the lady. She's like, "Are y'all having kissed or anything? What's going on?" And they're like, "We not about to be kissing you, and there's no commitment." So Valerie on the other side says she left Chris because he was wasting her time. She didn't want to be a forever girlfriend, and he was playing games, making her do wifely duties without her being a wife. And that's why you shouldn't do that. I'm just saying. So Chris immediately apologizes, and Aries was so touched. Child, I was not moved. I was not moved at all. Like, I was like, what? What did you hear that I didn't, Aries? He said sorry for wasting this lady's time. He wasn't sorry when he was wasting it. Anywho, Bree wanted to be exclusive with Q. I see an ongoing issue here with these men. But he was another one that was playing games and wasting time. And he said he just wanted to be single. Then why are you even entertaining this lady who don't want to be single? Like, So he mentioned that he ghosted Lee the other day. This upsets Lee because she like, now why did you bring this up in front of Janelle? And we stated this on the panel. Why did you ghost her at all is really what's going on. But yes, and also mention it in front of Janelle and your ex and put her on blast. Now Lee is so boring. I feel like the conversation, it was just nothing else to talk about. Like, it just ended because she just ain't saying nothing. But that's just me. Okay. So Lee was like, look, I don't like the fact that he brought this up in her confessional. She's like, I just immediately shut down to get quiet. So clearly she don't like confrontation or whatever. He put her on blast and she didn't like it, so she shut down. So after the date, Bree noticed that Lee had got quiet. And yeah, she like Janelle is the better option. I don't know. I don't see no chemistry between Q and Janelle. I just don't. Valerie thinks that Jasmine. Did I say Jasmine? Why did I write Jasmine? That Jessica is hard as a rock. Okay, She doesn't think that she and Chris are compatible. She don't see it for him. Now Janelle is meeting Herbert's ex, Melanie. And Janelle is meeting everybody. She meet all the exes. Okay, for her to not be a girl's girl, she's meeting all the ladies. Marier's ex, Jessica, is now meeting Sierra. So we're going back and forth between these two dates. I wasn't sure Sierra would actually meet an ex initially. I mean, he did, at first. Until Maria said earlier that Sierra was going to have her own date. So, but I felt like if it wasn't for probably the producer, she may not have had a date at all. Sierra said Jessica X looks like Tequila. From the side, I see it. I do see it from the side. Y'all let me know. Did y'all see it? I see it a little bit. But, both very pretty ladies. Okay. So Mario said that he and his ex are just friends because Jessica X asked, how do you feel about him being friends with his ex? Like, are you okay with that? She's like, this will be new to me. I think she handled it well because in Sierra's confessional, she's like, I don't be dating men who friends with their exes. I don't like that. But she was like, it would be new for me. I'm not really used to that. And Mario was like, oh no, because his ex was like, ain't nothing going on here, child. That is just, it's strictly platonic. That is my friend and my friend only, okay? And he was like, yeah, I messed that up. And Sierra was like, what, you messed it up? Like, what you mean? And she gonna say in the confessional, she's like, I mean, what you mean you messed it up? Like, is she the one that got away? Is this your queen? I thought that was funny. So Melanie asked Janelle back over there at Herbert's about children. Since she don't have any, Janelle says she doesn't necessarily have to have biological children. She does want to be a mother, but she doesn't have to birth a child. She knows her biological clock is ticking, and she's fine to adopt, especially because we know her background. She was adopted. She also wants to be engaged by the end of the year. I don't know what month they filmed this, honey. I know it's an age thing, and it can happen, and it does happen. So, I mean, it definitely does happen, but you don't even have a man in sight. Now, I know things can happen, but like, you want to do it by the end of this year with this man, it ain't going to happen with Herbert. If I don't know nothing else, it ain't going to happen with Herbert. That's all I know. Herbert said this is a red flag. And he like, wait a minute, I want my own biological children. I want to leave my own legacy. What legacy? What do you do? What does he do? Somebody let me know. I forgot. And then you want to have your own children. You said you want to get married. Well, if you're ready for it, then why? I mean, why not do it by the end of the year? If you know, you know. They say when a man knows, he knows. So Sierra is open about her sexuality because Jessica's asking the questions again. I guess it's the burning question. She says she's fine with premarital sex. That does not mean she wants to have premarital sex with Mariere, but I mean, I guess. So Melanie says Herbert moves slow. Not gonna work. They're not gonna work. Let's not waste another minute. Let's end it right here, right now. Mariere said after Sierra left, he told his ex that she's giving home girl. Both of y'all can go because you was giving home boy. So I mean, if y'all just two platonic friends kicking it, this is ready for love, not ready for friendship. So Phil is having Aries, Kat, and Kira meet his ex, Amina. Uh, what is Amina? Is Amina biracial? Is it Amina is looks like Amina might not be black. Is she meeting Kira? Lord, we gonna have Dr. Umar. We gonna have the Black Panthers. We gonna have everybody just come. What is happening? Phil has a a ex that may not be fully black. Oh my goodness, how is Kira gonna deal with this? We don't know what she is. Shout out to Amina. Girl, if you see this, let us know. For Kira's sake, okay? Even though Kira got her own identity crisis. Um, but I'm surprised Kira is meeting anyone. I really am. Because she don't got no connections and she should have left last time. Aries gets her own special date. And Amina meets with Kat and Kira at Phil's house. Now Aries is at a restaurant. She meets Phil's ex there. So you see the difference here. You see it. Amina said Kira is animated. And she is. And she's like, it's okay, me too, girl. No, you ain't. I can hear it in your voice. You ain't not like she is. Kat walked in looking like, a tall stallion. Shout out to our tall sisters, Team Tall over here. Because y'all know I'm 5'9". So shout out to Team Tall. Amina ended things with Phil because he wasn't affectionate. She said he wasn't affectionate. Like, she didn't even know if he really liked her. He probably didn't. That's probably why he wasn't affectionate. Oh, I don't, because I feel like when a man likes you, like these things just naturally happen. At least in the beginning, child. So Aries says she don't got that problem. That is not an issue for her. And then the cameraman pans over to while she's saying, I don't have that issue. Phil had his hand on her knee. So she like, I don't have that problem. Now, I thought this was only y'all second time seeing each other. Or have y'all secretly been seeing each other outside of the cameras? Let us know. I mean, Ready to Love people be doing all this talking. Come over here, let us know. But he seems like he's really into Aries. This is our only saving grace, our only chance of hope for this season, child. Phil said, back then, back over at his house, he said he was out of work. And so, he like, my money wasn't right. I wasn't worried about being romantic. They said when a man money is funny, like romance is not on his mind. So, of course, makes this a current issue. We don't know how long. This could have been years ago. We don't know what year this happened. This could have been 10, 15 years ago. And she making it a current present day issue. Like, oh, well, you don't have no ambition. You don't know what you want to do in life. How did we get here? How did we get to this point? Maybe that is his passion. Whatever he said he was on, I forgot. Insurance or something. Just because it was a slow season at that time doesn't mean that it's always going to be like that and that he's not passionate about it. So Kira says that because the ex asked Kat and Kira how they feel about dating a man that has a child, he has a son. And Kat was like, I'm fine with it. I've dated men with children before. And Kira was like, me too, but I prefer a man with no kids. That would be my preference. And Phil's talking about that's a red flag. No, because she doesn't have kids. So if she doesn't have kids, it's not, out of the ordinary that she would prefer to date someone who doesn't have. She didn't say I'm against it. She didn't say I wouldn't do it. She said I've done it. But I would just prefer to be with somebody who doesn't have any. That's okay. People step outside of what their preferences are all the time and find their husbands, wives, etc. Yeah, if you just don't like her, just say that. Got me going up for Kira. Ugh. So the ex, after they leave, she's like, yeah, Aries is the one. Y'all seem like y'all already a couple right now. Matter of fact. Okay, she see it. Well, at least we know she don't want that old thing back, honey. She don't want to spin that block. So the gentlemen meet at the lounge, and Mario mentions his first date with J and J, because Tommy was like, "Oh, J and J," and Mario was like, "It's JJ and J, honey. JJ. It's like a group. It's 3LW over here. It's all these J's." So Mario mentions that his ex, just came out of thin air with these tarot cards. She have a pocket, a purse. I don't even know where they can. We blinked and the cards was on the table. Like, where they even come from? But anyway, he was like, that was a problem, and he probably lost both connections. And Chris said, well, what did the tarot card say? Did the tarot card say that you're gonna lose your connections on this day? What did the card say? Did you do the cards? That was funny. Don't lie. So Mario says Sierra is probably his only hope. That's the only hope he got left. That's his only option. Tommy said, we ain't doing no settling. We ain't doing only who do you want? Not who wants you. And are we sure Sierra want him? I'm just saying. But he said Jessica. So don't be throwing Sierra in there just to have your numbers up just so you can stay in the game. Ugh. So the guys aren't feeling Sierra. And of course, they're not feeling I identify as white, Kira. So they're at the bottom. Kira also doesn't want to have children, so that's a no for the men because a good amount of them have kids. Marier, and I don't know why she's not talking to the men that don't have. Well, I don't know. She did talk to Herbert. They just don't like her. So anyway, Marier said he's a Pan African. Honey, he's blackity black. Okay, he don't her political racial views. He ain't feeling it. He said everything he do, 99.99% of it is black, honey. His job is black. Everything is black. He like black clothes. Everything is black. I ain't mad at it. I'm really not. I think I would be more with him being blackity black than with her struggling with her identity. You know, let me just leave it alone. Y'all let me know what y'all think. So, why? And then they said we're only eliminating one lady. Why are we eliminating one lady when two men got eliminated last week? We shouldn't be eliminating one woman. And y'all could have kept Chris Point 2.0 for all that. Could have kept Sassy Red another week if we just gonna be the numbers uneven. So Sierra and Kira are up for eliminations. Um, at the Brandy Yvonne channel, what did you say Kira's real name was again? If you see this, let me know down in the comment section because I didn't call her Laquetta, Letitia, Sharia. I forgot. Let me know. So Kira is eliminated. She handles it well. She's like, it felt like it was a mutual thing. Well, it wasn't, but okay, I feel you. And she was just like, look, I'm good. It's fine. She's fine with it, and so am I. Good riddance. See you never, hopefully. Anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think about this episode. Did you enjoy it? Next week we meet the best friends. Be sure to meet me back here. Check out my other content. Check out the Ready to Love panel. This coming Friday, it will be on my channel, okay? See you there. See you in the comments. Subscribe. Bye.